Hello, and welcome to Kissy Furblocks Minecraft Worlds and other videos. Right now, this is just part of my setup. Sorry there. Okay, the lights you see behind me there, well, that's that Orion star ball. It's really nice. It could go on the wall. This one here, I did another video and stuff. Uh, I mean, but overall, is that if I had fog and all that stuff going on right now, you'd see it all better and everything. But oh, yeah. All right. So anyway, I'm really enjoying my setup. Now, granted, I mean, cheers! A good Friday night, fabulous Friday night. So, didn't realize Captain Morgan spiced rum was in the 35%. Didn't realize that. I figured it was going to be 40%. Also, another alcohol there was I have one bottle of it as a collector's. It's I think it was 16%, and then all of a sudden it turned to like 13.25% or something. But I had the two different bottles. I believe I still have the different one, and not the new one that has a lower percentage alcohol percentage. Oh, so I just gotta move this around on here. Well, hope you guys are having a pretty good Friday night. My Friday was pretty good. Worked really hard at work, very physically active, and got lots of work done. And so, yeah. Oh, I mean, it's going on 9. I think I'm looking dazed now, so used to going to sleep there, but yeah, I'll be up later. Well, I mean, I'll be up till later time there. So I'm not gonna worry about turning on the other two lasers because I mean, even the LED lights wouldn't be that bad. But I mean, actually,
Maybe I will, guys. Guys, maybe I will.
and what I really like about this, well, if I can, I could turn the angles in that, is that it's like, there's my phone. And I got that on like that was from like a Dollarama attachment that I put on this other piece that was for the other thing. And then up here, I got my tablet one, and it's just all kind of come together there for my setup, and as far as for I turn all this stuff on, guys. Oh, there. And if you want to see something cool, there. The timing was on where they were the same one. The way you can kind of see it around it, whereas the hazy. Oh. I wonder maybe.
Maybe I'll put a little bit fog on.
Alright, and as long as I keep the door shut. As long as I keep the door shut. Wait, Bo, yeah, that's over there. Yeah. So, yeah, try to get that. This, poster's a poster I did over about a 3-week span while I was staying with a couple friends. While I had a flood in the place where I was living. It was an emergency, and I was very blessed indeed to have had some friends take me in for the 3 months while we were waiting for it to get fixed, and then it turns out they didn't do nothing for it. So, however, while staying there with friends and that, I had to figure out getting a new place, and I managed to get another place inside the neighborhood. That was a couple blocks where I'm currently at now, which I was up at the upper floors on in the rooms, and had one room, then got 2 rooms, and then I rented 3, and then finally 4, and had that for like a year. And so, I should lower that. But there's been a lot of ups and downs, and the biggest changes especially was the, change in jobs and everything, and under all the circumstances and all the crazy crap going on. And I'm not going to blame it on some virus, so, without getting into it, just, really got to see who people were and what the conditions were and all that stuff. But basically, even though I got rid of a bunch of stuff, I kept all my important stuff, and I even gave away stuff that was wasn't so important. But the idea that as far as some of the security, that certainly didn't need to have a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff and knickknacks and stuff. And you never know all the things you're going to accumulate as the days, weeks, months, and everything go by and everything. But I mean, here we go. Here's the fog machine. I only plugged into one. Alright, so you got that. Oh, well, Oh, yeah, it'll go off again. It will. It'll be going off again, guys. And these ring lights are really nice. You can get the small ones in that. You get their, lots of different, settings on them and everything like that. All the other stuff there, like Long and McQuaid, highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. I mean, I'm sure other people would be like, yeah, this, that, and the other, but hey, if you're new to any of this fog and lasers or DJ kind of things, there, Long and McQuaid, they won't steer you wrong. And so I'm sure there's other places. Yeah, here we go again. I'm sure there's other places that they have whether it's talking about lasers or lights or DJ equipment or speakers or whatever comparison from somewhere else other than the suggestion of Long and McQuaid, so be it. But all right, I'm gonna turn that off so we don't have even more. And actually, I'll plug those in because I can make some stuff. Oh, I want it. So, oh yeah. So those are my ADJ American DJ Vertigo Hex LED lights. Great effect, but they're noisy. I I mean, yeah, I'm clapping to make it more noise, but they'd be something you'd really like to put next near your speakers and stuff, especially if you're in a small room. However, yeah, I think they might be just better for more larger venues or outdoors, or having them up higher near the speakers if you have speakers up high or whatever. All right. Well, how's this now? Oh, I'll roll around. I really love having this chair. I mean, I don't want to shill for fucking. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I don't want to be shilling for Walmart, but this desk for $110, $112, I'm very impressed. I mean, just looking at the top and like being like, okay, if it's press board type thing, like this material is a lot better than if it was that regular press board that if it gets wet, it just bubbles and peels, or if it's just it's just weak and it peels off or breaks or snaps. Anyway, this table for this gaming table and this chair, yeah, very satisfied. I mean, in future I'll get a better chair, but I mean, these two, well, anyway, the two lights, ring lights, both of those I've replaced the tripods. Their tripods are rather flimsy kind of feeling. So anyway, this one was replaced with the large boom, which had the mist threading in the arm of the boom. So my large boom is just a stand that holds my ring light. That's just the white light. Yeah, this nice. Ooh. And anyway, oh yeah. Maybe I could move the Anyway, fog and lasers, man. Like I can't stress it enough. You know, there's. Oh, I should be pausing this just so I don't know if anyone could. Yeah. Anyway, for for your setup, I mean, whether it's DJing or whatever, fog and lasers and LED lights. I mean, I seen a really nice set where it's like LED lighting around the bed, or around the ceiling, or like just different, you know, different layers of light effects on top. So, yeah, I'll even try to turn that one there so you see the ring in there more. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I should turn this on too. You guys. Turn it on. And I'm going to turn on, I should have it on setting 1 maybe, with the LED, with the lasers. Yeah, this one's plugged in. And then I may have to plug in, plug something else. What is plugged in here? Oh, I don't know if I put it on there. No, what's that? Oh, the big one. Oh, I should put it. Alright, Huh. right. Sorry about that, guys. Girls, anyone watching? Yeah, like, look at this. I mean, yeah. So here we are. This here is.
Welcome to Kissy for Blacks, Minecrafters, and other videos, guys.
So, yeah. Oh. Cheers on a beautiful Friday night. 9:14 currently. Reading off the computer. So, I recently picked up the second chapter of Stephen King's It, the one that came to theaters recently, and I mean, I should have a really I should have a good review type thing of like a comparison and all that kind of stuff. But as I mentioned it off the top, well, enjoying some drinks and stuff, and enjoying this Friday night. That well, basically to break like the easiest ways I look at it when I saw it and everything is that okay. The first one was more censored by what they could really show on TV and all that kind of stuff. So the new one had more material from the work. However, okay, compared to the TV series, but so it had more stuff from the actual works compared to what the TV series did. But now the biggest wins for the TV series and the biggest gripes about the TV series versus the new and the new one is that okay, the original one I mean okay, the for biggest I mean I found it very effective. Like it scares, I mean, like as a kid seeing it when I was about 10 years old, born in 81, so in terms of seeing that in like 91, 92 or whatever, that yeah, it just stuck with me more. But anyway, and then as far as as far as to say gripes about it, I really can't think of much. I mean, like I mean, especially for the time and day it came out and all that kind of stuff. Like it's like okay, I could say the claymation part of the shower scene looks hokey or whatever, or this or that, like little nitpicks. But I can't really think of anything that's like, wow, I really didn't like this movie that much because of X, Y, Z. No, it's like Stephen King's It, the TV series. I've always loved it. I've seen it easily 7, 8. Well, no, I'm gonna say, I'd say between 15 to 20 or so times. I mean, I watched it. I mean, I've had it on DVD for the last several number of years and that, but several copies of it I've given copy away. But basically, I seen it as a kid and I had it on VHS and that. But I mean, as far as and I've never brought myself to actually read the whole book. It's just like, not this. I don't want to sound dumb, but it's like still, I mean, reading's not just reading books and all that stuff were never things that I was really that fond of. I mean, I tried to read, I read some novels and all that kind of stuff back through moments that are like short stories and all that stuff, and that was like as a teenager and, not even in my 20s or anything, but it's just, it's like, just never was interested in it. But I mean, I know how to read, but as far as being a scholar or anything like that, nope. Or being well written, being like, oh, these authors and no. Yeah, I barely read that many menus, on a. But anyway, Stephen King's It. Not to go on for a tangent, but as far as for the original, I mean, it was just so effective. Tim Curry was excellent. Very, it was just wild, and to think if they were to do a remake of that, like a remaster almost, but what do you guys think of this Fog and Lasers, man? Like, I mean, highly recommend it. Long and McQuaid. I'm sure there's other places that sell, there's party stores that sell you fog machines for like $40. Highly recommend it. In fact, pick up a couple. Some of them that come only with a key ring like a clicker type of, like a remote for it. If you're able to find an attachment that plugs into the fog machine that has like auto, turn on and stuff like that, then I highly recommend it, because the button, remote's going to eventually, the battery dies or it starts to fall apart or something. Like when I took because you have to take a screw out and that just to get to the battery, and then it kind of can be flimsy and fall apart. But anyhow, save yourself the hassle and get yourself like an attachment that does auto turn on and all that kind of settings and stuff. But these is wow. That's what I like about it. I do. And this is old technology, but it has its own feel and stuff to it. There you go. Oh, and so yeah, as far as Stephen King's the new ones that came out, okay, first one I went actually was on a date for that one, with a slim native woman, attractive. She's a year or two older than me, but yeah, she moved just a little just into the downtown stuff. But anyway, I have never seen her since. Anyway, I saw that one, and then the second one I saw in theaters. But the problem with the newest ones is, okay, whether I'm comparing it, to compare it on its own as its own movie, and then to compare as a comparison to the original. Okay, the biggest wins that I have for this new one is that, let me, and I could be kind of, for sure, what the best things for sure of what it did was, let me break this part down. Okay, when the movie was remaking or reimagining other parts that happened, and not just were new ones like the other stuff there for Mike, and I'm bad with the memory of the some of the character names and stuff, but anyway, yeah. So, what's going on with the new one is that, for to be compared on its own, I'd give it a 7 out of 10, and then I'd be like, the gripes that I have about it not being better was that you still followed these formulaic jump scares, and just to compare it on its own, that the jump scares, this other part would be, I don't know if it'd be like whether it's like a modern take on, not necessarily modern. In part 2 it's more of the modern day, so 2020 or whatever. And my biggest gripe with this movie, I just realized now, is even just the beginning with the whole the guy gets thrown off the bridge, is attacked and then gets killed by Pennywise, and whether it happened in the book, and fine, whatever. But as far as just over the top, and then that theme of over the top gets played through so much of it, and it's when you watch the original and stuff like that, you can tell they were, they weren't pushing, not necessarily agenda, but narrative, and just not like popular attitudes type thing, but just I just saw some of these cringy moments through it, just like the way the reactions of the characters were and stuff, and it's just like I don't know, blame that on the writers or something, or just things being over the top, and that Beverly Hill getting teased at school, and here she is getting stuff thrown over her, at waste bucket filth tossed over the bathroom stall, and it's come on, that's a little over the top too. And again, it's when they were like, say when they wrote it, they were trying to have, I don't know, like maybe try to give you intentional type of feelings or something. I mean, okay, yeah, here, like I should write all this down. I'll really go into detail because I don't want. I'm at 2640 right now, but I love these fog and lasers. But in just a second here, cheers on a beautiful Friday night, guys. Kissy, Furblocks, Minecraft Worlds, and other videos. 3 skydiving videos so far. The 4th one, well, my 3rd jump got deleted by accident. I deleted it by accident when I put it into somebody else's laptop, and I accidentally hit the play and delete. I didn't know that at the time, and then kind of realized it after. And so, other than having pictures of it on Facebook and that, and then, you know, get it onto my phone or whatever, I don't have any videos in that of my jump in Golden, BC, above the Rocky Mountains. On 2 tabs. And so, yeah. Basically, cheers on a Friday night. This is a white on white Toronto Blue Jays. Had a, yeah, it was made for my dad, but I'm going to buy another one. It's just going to have my dad's initials on it, EWJ. This one here was supposed to say just like for dad or whatever, but she put like, you know, pound or hashtag 4, like number 4. Like, oh, that's not what I want. But, and then, so it's like, yeah, well, I can just have this hat that I can wear anyway, and it fits me better than the other one that's supposed to be the same size, but is still a little bit larger.
Wow! Wow!
So I'm really liking this setup. If I turn that on, how... Alright, well, you can see me a bit better, though. But then, yeah. Yeah. I don't mind that. And so... Here we are on a Friday night. Whoa! Yeah. But... So... I'm gonna turn that ugly... weird face. There we go. I'll go into full mode. All right. Hey, I want to give huge shout outs to everyone at Primetime. I want to give a huge shout out to Teresa, Mia. I can't remember some of the other names that they're over there at 7-Eleven. Huge shout outs at the Ramsey 7-Eleven. All right. Also, so about Stephen King's It, the new one. It was so over the top on, things that I remember that were compared to the same, the scenes that were, I will do an in-depth comparison and be like, yeah, this works, this doesn't, this doesn't. But, yeah, I should have to work on that and all that stuff there, man. I mean, I'm a one-man show, man. But anyway, so for Stephen King's it is one of my top favorite, movies and everything since I was a young kid. So, and so, the overtop. Oh, Beverly with the blood in the sink. Okay, the bathroom scene from the original. It was very effective. It was simply Beverly in the bathroom. She hears the giggle, the voice in the sink, and she talks and all that stuff to the thing and blah blah blah. And then the little bubble, balloon goes up and then explodes, and you got some blood out there. This was just over the top. Stanley Kubrick, halls full of blood. It's just, come on, and it just. There were, I mean, just like, yeah. A while back, I started, as far as seeing the agendas of media being ruined and people being like, well, hey, I want to see my movie. Why is my movie having this put into it? And why, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, when I look back and I think of when I was so excited about the Max Payne movie, I was so excited about that, and then it comes out and I see it, and it's just But I didn't think too much of it in terms of agendas or this or that. And I'm not gonna say it had agendas in it. It's not about that. It's just I was so disappointed with that movie, with the way it was, the plots and all that kind of stuff, and etc. I mean, I could go into depth later about it, but as far as suddenly seeing in 2015, 2016, the comics being ruined with all the woke stuff, and then the movies all being injected with it, and suddenly it was just front and foremost and in your face, and it's just like and then like being just the disasters of my personal favorite thing, and I still bought brand new The Last of Us Part 2. I played it, and then suddenly I put it down for well over a year, and then I put it back on, and I pushed myself to play it and to go through it, and then after I beat it, I haven't played it since, and I even uninstalled it to make space for Grand Theft Auto 5 updates, and that I mostly play Minecraft now. And that's crazy, because once I got into Minecraft, it was hard to go back to playing even some Red Dead Redemption 2, playing some Grand Theft Auto 5 and some other games. It's like I'm building high-rise skyscrapers. I want to build this crazy nice world. And I mean, I'm not playing on PC, I'm playing on PlayStation and that, but as far as having like RX all that kind of awesome looking thing there, I do want that. I do want a nice computer and stuff like that. But, I gotta work for all of it. And so, I'm gonna lower this microphone down, or this camera down a bit. And, I mean, if you check out my channel, you can see, like, from the it's starting January. Like, I mean, I had to find a new job and that. I mean, I don't want to go into all the stuff there about the, politics and all that kind of stuff there about the, circumstances, but the idea that as far as my channel in January, I was just whatever was recording off my phone, I was just uploading. There was very little to nothing to it, and then basically having to work myself way up to having my laptop and all my stuff there for it, and having a desk, having having all this other stuff, and not having to really as worry about having all my stuff put in storage, and then figuring what to do for employment and all this, that, and the other. But anyway, cheers on a Friday night. Hope you guys are having a good time. I mean, we all have our ups and downs. You can have your ups while you're experiencing your downs, and vice versa. It's a whole mixed bag all the time. And even when you're sitting pretty, you may not be. And even when things are going crazy, you may have some organization in your life, or some order in your life, or something, or some help or something. I mean, whew. But yeah, overall, you got to work for it. You got to work hard, and I mean, I've been working hard all my life and that, but I really haven't been doing it for me. It's just been for some other people, and just kind of relaxing too much in life, but at the same time, I never took myself too serious, and I never really wanted to invest in a lot of stuff that I wasn't really sure I wanted to do, and I don't know. So I worked a whole lot of different jobs, but it's jack of all trades, master of none. But I mean, I have some good experience in these different fields, but at least knowing your strong suits. But this here, as far as making some videos and some Minecraft and stuff like that, I just my heart feels like it's a lot more in it than just necessarily working my job for whatever company where I work hard. But I'm not looking to be a major cog in that wheel. I work hard, and I'm doing like the job I do, and so there's not as much competition for my job. and whether that people here, they're like, you loser, whatever, fuck man, fuck man, you're not steering this body. That's me. That's like me counter looking at you. I don't know what you look like, but you're but anyway, not to go back and forth, but the idea that it's just like you could be working your job hypothetically, I mean, whatever you're doing, and I mean, obviously this may not may not work for other people that are dependent on whatever they do. But anyway, basically what I'm thinking is that's like, okay, if you remember the movie American Beauty with him wanting that job with the least amount of responsibility, and so what I'm getting at is that it's okay for the job I'm doing, it's labor and stuff like that, but basically I work my job that pays my bills and that, and if I can be smart with my financials, spending and the way I, like my management, that I can do fine. Compare that to taking a better position within the company to make $2 or $3 an hour more, even $10 an hour more, hypothetic, like to wipe my bum with silk, like hypothetically. But then to find out that $10 an hour job more is a lot more of a headache and a piss off, and sorry my language, but like to find out that there's worse draws but you make more money, but then it's like like to have a job where suddenly the hours are just grueling, or the just any factors you find in it, because it's always a mixed bag. And I discovered that with some of these jobs, where traveling far to get there and then to be treated kind of poorly, and then like you're making next to nothing. It just and I mean, whether that's my fault for not better my education, all that kind of stuff, is secondary. But it's just the idea of that going for a job and then it's just like some jobs are a lot more desirable than other jobs, and so so even though some people tell you how it is, it's always different. I mean, for example, it's like me talking to you about being a sales clerk is different than me talking to you about being a stonemason. And if anyone says, "Oh no, it's the same," no, that's not. You go working into a company where you wear a uniform. Other companies you don't wear a uniform. You go into a company where you have to abide by XYZ. Some other jobs you don't have to. This, that, and the other. It's like, I've had a lot of jobs in my life, but it's just the idea that I never really had too many careers. I wanted to do some stonemasonry. I never really got to. I did a little bit of stucco, or I helped run buckets of stucco up there, but I helped do a concrete and that. But as far as I've never done stucco on like the side of houses. They had the other people doing that. I was running the buckets up to them. But as far as concrete, I have good experience with that. I've never done concrete finishing as a regular job, just mostly the labor and some of the placing. But anyhow, as far as the job that I'll work this job I have as I work hard. I work hard physically. I put in the physical effort, 110%, and so. Yeah, basically, as far as that pays my bills, and then I get to come home and I'm making some videos. I got other things going on too that I got to organize and clean up and tidy up and all that stuff. But as far as playing some Minecraft and wanting to build these towers and just build this beautiful Minecraft world that get to share, that's what I want to do. For Minecraft YouTube videos, like I'm not looking to just make farms and here's this week's farm and like there's some of these really cringy Minecraft stuff. But anyway, now one thing I was thinking of is like, okay, now if you were to take something like FitMC's 2B2T and then almost give it like an adulterated like having like a like little half-hour clips of like some 2B2T material type of crazy video type thing. I mean there's and well, I mean when you say I mean whether no like sorts of language or anything, but the idea that I don't know, some of the manhunt type things are pretty cool where you chase them down, but I don't know, I'm sure you could do something on 2B2T that would be well, I'd say more than vanilla, but Oh yeah. Beautiful Friday night, guys. It's an awesome Friday night. And I really like this desk. I really love it. And so for the setup, since it's a little different than the last videos, the Logitech camera is on top of the that real heavier base stand, not tripod, stand, and the expensive microphone is on the boom right there. Yep. So. Oh. All right. Where are we going? 42 minutes. Well, yeah. Oh, did I turn that? I didn't turn that the other way. All right. 1, 2. Oh. 1, 2. Whew. I'll have to get some more ice. Well, I think I'm gonna. So Stephen King's It, the new one, chapter 1 and chapter 2, they are worth seeing. The first one is better than. Okay, the first one is more enjoyable than the second one. Let me be clear. Now, not to say the second one isn't enjoyable, but I mean, you'll get out of it whatever you get out of it, And so, and also I do agree with the opinion that the kids actually did a better acting job than the adults overall, but some of the adults were better, did a better job than others. But I mean, it's there'll be the scenes you like and that you don't like, and it's always a mixed bag to some degree. But I mean, you'll see a scene that you kind of like, but it's like they could still have done it a little bit better or whatever. Anyway, so really good. I highly recommend it. Right, I'm gonna say have a really good night and take it easy this weekend. Thank you. Kissy for Blocks, Minecraft Worlds, and other videos.